Most advice for racing thoughts tells you to think differently. Reframe the thought, challenge the thought. Notice the thought without judgment. These are real techniques, and they help some people some of the time. But there's a problem. When the thoughts are racing, your prefrontal cortex, the thinking part of your brain, is the part that's already overworked. Asking it to do more thinking is sometimes like asking a tired runner to sprint. It can comply, but the cost is high, and the result is unreliable. There's a different doorway, and it's the one I want to give you today. When the thoughts won't stop, the fastest way out isn't through the thoughts, it's through the body. Specifically, through the parts of your body that have been quietly carrying you the whole time you've been in your head, your feet. What I want to give you in this video is exactly why this works at the brain level, a 4-step practice you can run in 3 minutes, and the principle that decides when to reach for this tool versus the others you already know. This sounds almost too simple. It's not. The mechanism behind it is grounded in real neuroscience. Let me explain, then I'll walk you through it. Your nervous system is constantly receiving information from sensors throughout your body. There are visual sensors, auditory sensors, taste, touch, smell, the famous 5. There's also a less discussed sense called proprioception, the sense of where your body is in space, and another called interoception, the sense of what's happening inside your body. Proprioception lives in the muscles, tendons, and joints. Every step you take, every shift of weight, every contact with the floor sends a stream of information to your brain about where your body is. Most of the time, you're not consciously aware of it, but it's running. The interesting thing about proprioception is that it competes with worry for processing capacity. When your brain is processing rich proprioceptive data, what's the pressure on the soles of my feet right now? How is my weight distributed? What's the temperature of the floor? It has less bandwidth for the thinking loop. Not zero, but less. This isn't a hack, it's a real shift in how your brain is allocating attention. When proprioception comes online, the thought loop gets quieter. Not because you've defeated it, but because you've given the brain something else to do that's more biologically primary. The practice is called grounding through the body. It takes about 3 minutes. You can do it sitting, standing, or even walking. I'll walk you through the seated version first because it's easiest to learn. Step 1, feel the floor. Take your feet. If they're in shoes, you can take them off. Bare feet on a floor work better than shoes. If shoes are necessary, that's fine. The practice still works. Place your feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. Don't force them. Just let them rest where they want to rest. Now bring your attention to the soles of your feet. The whole sole. Notice the contact. The pressure of the floor pushing up against you. Where is the contact heaviest? The heel? The ball of the foot? The outside edge? The big toe? The pinky toe? Just notice. Don't try to change it. Stay there for 30 to 60 seconds. Don't try to make anything happen. Just keep returning your attention to the contact every time it wanders. Step 2. Feel your weight. While your attention is at your feet, expand it slightly. Notice the weight of your body. Your bones are stacking. Gravity is pulling you down. You're being held by the floor. Your spine is upright because your skeleton is doing what it knows how to do. The phrase that helps here is, I am held by the floor. Not as an affirmation, as a description of what's actually happening. The floor is doing its job. Your body is doing its job. You don't have to do anything for this to be true. Step 3, feel your skeleton. Move your awareness slowly upward through your bones. Ankles, shins, knees, thighs, pelvis, spine, vertebra by vertebra. Skull, sitting on top of the spine. You're tracking the architecture of your body, the thing that's been holding you up while your mind was elsewhere. Notice that the architecture is functioning. It doesn't need your attention to function. It's doing it now. Step 4, return. After a minute or two of this, gently bring your attention back to a wider awareness. Look around the room. Notice your breathing. Notice that the thoughts may still be there, but they have a different quality. They're more like weather and less like a tide. That's the practice. You'll notice something. The practice doesn't tell you to stop thinking. It doesn't tell you to be calm. It doesn't tell you to feel anything specific. It just redirects your attention to a different layer of experience that's been running the whole time. The shift in the thought loop is a side effect, not the goal. This is one of the most reliable interventions for racing thoughts because it doesn't depend on your cognitive system doing more work. If anything, it works better when you're more activated. The more spinning the mind, the more hungry your brain is for an alternative input. Grounding gives it one. Once you've practiced this seated, you can do an abbreviated version walking. As you walk, notice each foot striking the ground, the heel touching, the weight rolling forward, the toe pushing off. Same mechanism. Proprioceptive bandwidth competing with worry bandwidth. When to use it. The grounding practice is one of the cleanest tools for the kind of anxiety that lives in the head, overthinking, ruminating, future tripping. It's less useful for body-level activation that needs the breath or orienting tools. Match the tool to the state. A small note. People who tend toward dissociation, that sense of being far from your body, watching from behind glass, sometimes find grounding too direct at first. The body comes online, and old material can surface. If that's you, go slow. Start with 30 seconds. Build up. The point is gentleness, not depth. What I want you to take from this is that you have a foundation that works whether your mind cooperates or not. Your feet are on the floor is holding you. Everything else can be loud. That part can stay quiet and true. Thank you for watching. The grounding practice I just walked you through pairs directly with the previous video. That one was a 60-second exercise that works from the vagal end of the system. This one works from the proprioceptive end, your sense of your body in space. Two distinct roads to settling, one through the brainstem, one through the body's sense of itself. And depending on the kind of activation you're in, one will fit better than the other. The two together cover most of the daily use territory. Link is on the screen. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming.